Chapter number 5, Understanding the Language of Business. One of the things that can trip people up when they first start learning about making money online is the language. Business, like any field, has its own vocabulary, and sometimes it feels like people are speaking in code. You'll hear terms like ROI, margins, conversion rate, CAC, LTV, and organic reach. And if you don't already know what they mean, it's easy to feel lost or even a little intimidated. The truth is, these are not complicated concepts, but they sound complicated until someone explains them in plain English. And if you want to play this game seriously, you need to speak the language of business. You don't need to sound like an MBA, but you do need to understand what people are talking about so you can make smart decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Let's start with profit. It sounds basic, but you'd be surprised how many people confuse revenue with profit. Revenue is the total amount of money your business brings in. Profit is what's left after you subtract all the costs of running your business. Things like product costs, advertising, tools, payment fees, and taxes. You can have high revenue and still be broke if your costs are too high. That's why profit margins are important. They tell you how much of each dollar you keep after expenses. A 50% profit margin means that for every $1 you earn, 50 cents stays in your pocket after costs. Then there is ROI, return on investments. This is how much you get back compared to what you put in. If you spend $100 on ads and make $300 in sales, your ROI is positive because you earned more than you spent. If you spend $100 and make $50, your ROI is negative. You lost money. ROI helps you figure out whether an investment is worth continuing or needs to be adjusted. It's not just for ads. You can apply ROI thinking to almost anything in business, from hiring staff to buying software. Another term you'll hear a lot in business is conversion rate. This is simply the percentage of people who take a specific action you want them to take. If 100 people visit your website and 5 of them buy something, your conversion rate is 5%. If you change your website so that 10 people buy, your conversion rate has doubled, even if your traffic hasn't changed. This is why improving conversions can be just as powerful as getting more visitors. CAC, or customer acquisition cost, is exactly what it sounds like. How much it costs you to get one paying customer. If you spend $500 on ads in a week and get 10 new customers, your CAC is $50. Knowing this number is critical because it helps you figure out if your business model is sustainable. If it costs you $50 to get a customer, but you only make $40 in profit from them, you either need to lower your CAC or increase the amount they spend with you. That leads us to LTV, lifetime value. This is the total amount of money a customer spends with you over the entire time they do business with you. If you sell a $50 product once, your LTV for that customer is $50. But if that customer comes back and buys 5 more times over the next year, their LTV is $300. High LTV is one of the best signs of a healthy business because it means customers like you enough to keep coming back. You'll also hear about organic versus paid traffic. Organic traffic is visitors who find you naturally through search engines, social media, or word of mouth without you paying for ads. Paid traffic is when you spend money to get people to your website or offer, like through Facebook ads or Google ads. Both have pros and cons. Organic traffic is free in terms of ad spend, but it often takes time to build. Paid traffic can be instant, but it costs money and stops when you stop paying. Many businesses use a mix of both. Another important concept is scalability. This is how easily you can grow your business without your costs growing at the same rate. A freelance writer, for example, can only write so many articles per week before they hit a ceiling. Scaling beyond that means hiring other writers. But a digital product or a software tool can often be sold to more and more people without much extra costs, which makes it highly scalable. And let's not forget cash flow. Cash flow is the movement of money in and out of your business. Even if you're profitable on paper, poor cash flow can kill your business if you don't have enough money in the bank to cover expenses at the right time. This is why some profitable businesses still fail. They run out of cash before they can collect what they're owed. These terms, and plenty more like them, are simply the shorthand people use to describe what's going on in business. Once you understand them, you start to see the bigger picture. You can look at your own numbers and instantly know whether things are going well or need fixing. You can have conversations with other business owners, suppliers, or investors without feeling out of your depth. Most importantly, you can make decisions based on facts instead of guesses. So before you dive deeper into the tactical stuff, ads, products, funnels, and all the rest, take a moment to make sure you really understand the language. It's like learning the rules of a game before you play. Once you can speak business fluently, everything else you learn will make a lot more sense and you'll be able to apply it much more effectively.